Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today it's Tuesday. Tuesday is request day. Today's map was requested by the creator, a creator we've reviewed twice in the past, on each occasion getting a very moderate 8 stars. Today's map is going to break the mould and blow those 2 last maps out of the water. It's a vast improvement. It's actually very good work. Unlike my work today, where I have chosen the wrong LUT through the entirety of the show, although I have re-recorded the intro and the outro so you can see the map in its original colour. So if you want to go and check the first 10 seconds of today's show now. And now that you're back, perhaps you can respond to a daily reminder. That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, but won't affect the LUT of today's show. Today's map is 7 Seas of Rhye by duffajfka. Right, do you remember Last Cataract, I think that first one was? Yeah, that wasn't a great map at all, but this one, very nice. Start square looks amazing, cannot flaw that at all. Nice. There are your terrain heights. We've got a big old ridge going down the middle of the map, which is going to make expansion difficult if you're playing vanilla rules. And then you have resources, which are field painting, basically. And again, it's down to personal taste, whether you're okay with that. Off to the workshop, no DLC required for today's map. We have a short list of requirements, not the world's longest list. There is a one-click collection as well. We'll be using the Not So Rocky Hills map theme. And we're supposed to be using the Definitive Vision LUT, but yes, you guessed it, I forgot to change it from the Realistic 1.2. So, Realistic 1.2 for the majority of today's show, with the exception of the beginning and end. 81 tiles is recommended, and so yeah, if you probably don't want to play this using vanilla rules, buying in your 9 tiles, because the first tile is deliberately stuck in the corner for you to expand and explore and basically, expand into the land. But a lot of this, I would say probably 3, second, third and fourth tiles are going to be mainly hills. So vanilla rules, maybe not, but it's not always about vanilla rules, especially if you know in advance that you're not specifically playing that. Of course you can. There's nothing to stop you doing it, and that will add to the challenge. Getting that money coming in to expand into like that fourth tile is going to be the one where you start going, right, okay, I might be able to start building up on this side of the hill ridge, but it looks amazing. I've got to say, even in this wrong LUT, which is, like I say, is a good LUT, Realistic 1.2 is a good LUT, even in this, it just pops. The aesthetics are amazing. We have got a split of the tunnels there. One goes through the tunnel, one goes around the ridge. That feels sensible as well. It just makes sense. Sometimes you get these breakups of the highways and they just don't make any sense at all. A little bit of a lay-by there, which is going to give you a nice view over the bay, which we will look more at the bays in the second half of today's show, because the water is something important in today's map. You think 7 Seas of Rhye, it would be, wouldn't you? Anyway, good highways again. Got an elevated crossover here, going across the national roads, and it's just very tidily done. And even the little bridge at the bottom there looks fine to me. I was a bit worried it might be too low, but it's not. The foliage on the right there, the farm work looks pretty good, and even the farms down here doesn't really need a hedge. It's just minimalistic detailing. I kind of like that. Just a little nod to these being areas, rather than actually having to point out, no, there must be an actual absolute hedge going on here, which is good. A little bit of an elevated section there to allow the rainwater to come down off the hills during the wet season. And then down into the start square, and again, this is a really enticing area to want to start building. Very enticing indeed. Again, nice elevated crossover there, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to take a quick top-down look of the area that we've got to play with. Maybe not all of it, we'll see more of it in a moment. Because I want to show you these little babies. These are the New England Townhouses Set 5 by Darf. we'll go around the back side first, have a little look at the yards and the barbecues. Set of 6 buildings. If you're doing New England, definitely is a must-have asset set. And factoids, because factoids. Now, attacks on public works are not new at all. Back in 1914, on this day, March the 10th, a group of suffragettes walked into the National Gallery in London and attacked Velázquez, probably right, their painting known as the Rokeby Venus, in order to draw attention to their cause. What was their cause? What were they after? Did these suffragettes ever get what they were after? Oh, they did. Ah, okay, all right. Oh, they're still getting it, and they're not like. I'm actually recording this on World Women's Day or whatever it's called. So anyway, hello, yes, to all the ladies out there, welcome to my show. Anyway, New England Townhouses set 5 by Darf. That's lovely, that is. Today's asset set of the day. Smashing. One click, that is, you know. It's not even a collection. It's just like you get all of them. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Also understand when people want to separate them up so that you don't have to have all the RAM. But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want a set like that? If you're going to be building, you want to have a whole pack of them. Just like for one little search in the find it box and you're away. Oh, it's an essential lighthouse, and it's gone. Might find another one a bit later on. We'll look out for another one of those. Again, the farms are minimalistic, and the way that the highways just wind around here. It's one highway on this map, going from one end of the map to the other, but not across the hills. No, if you want to get across there, you're probably going to want to use the rail, and we have rail, and the rail is very tidy as well. You'll see here, it's just flat and it's beautiful. And we're going to go through those hills. It's going to be believable. Again, is it strictly 100% accurate? Probably not. Probably not. But totally believable. Totally believable. We'll go with it. We're going with it today. So yes, so you're going to be building on the right as we're looking now. And you'll be branching out and pushing out. And the only way to expand is to get across these hills. Oh, milordy. Milordy, milordy, milordy. Right, around the top end of this farm here. And it's clean, isn't it? It's very, very clean indeed. Then we've got some tunnels we need to get some elevation. So we're going to do it via a tunnel little loop round there. I'm not going to show you the underground. You can probably work out where that goes. You can see, around that way. And it brings us back this way. Some very nice rail work. Actually, some very nice rail work here. Like I say, whether you're 100% buying into this, it's up to you. I mean, I believe it enough, so that's good. And then we're going to go through the mountain. To the side of the mountain is over there. We emerge just for some fresh air, some daylight for the passengers, so we can actually, put our makeup back on. National Women's Day, we're all allowed to wear makeup, all of us. And then a little crossover there, a little gap again for the rainwater to, just pour off the hill. And I like this switchback. This is one of the best switchbacks, rail switchbacks I've seen in a long time. That's very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Take a bow on that one. And then we're about done, as we're now on the right side of the mountains to be building our expanded city. So 81 tiles would be quite tasty, I feel. Off towards what would be the fog, if the fog was switched on. And then what we'll do you reckon we've got shipping routes? Take some guesses, taking your bets now. Let me know in the comments. When you come back, we'll see if you were right.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the beginner's guide to the perfect cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
Okay, and shipping routes. Yes, we've got shipping routes. In fact, we've got a lot of them. Got one that nips off into that bay there. We'll have a look at the bay later on. And then we've followed the shipping route over here, and it just like it opens up and widens up. Look at this. Shipping route. Another one goes back that way. It's all tidy. It goes to the edge of the map there. It's clean. It's busy. But that ain't all. No, because we've got some more water over this side of the mountains. There we go. And you'll notice here we've got a lot of crisscrossing going on up in the bay there. It's a very busy set of shipping routes, no questions there. Right, water flow. It's not the strongest, but it will probably do to get you started. This is the river coming off of the mountains. This is the river that's going to run through your start square. You'll notice, I can't really see, I think it might be one tiny weeny little arrow down here. But you probably going to just about make it work. There it is, there's your arrow, just the one. You'll make it work. It's doable. It's not the biggest of problems. Anyway, the map as a whole, yes, that ridge going down the middle of the map, making the map split into 2 sections. Quite tidy. Some good little bits of rock working again. Again, minimalist. Just a little patch here and there, just to make the map come to life. Over here we have, it's the Essential Lighthouse. Ooh. Essential Lighthouse t-shirts are available on my Teespring. Link is in the description. Do check that one out. And then if we head across here, loving the forest. This forest work is very nice indeed. Some interesting shapes going on there as well. Interesting and believable. Good strong blocks of forestry going up into the mountains as well. Again, it's simple, it's understated, and it works nicely. Right, so that's where you're going to start building. This is your main start square and expansion area. Then you've got to get through, probably into the valleys here to expand across. And then branch out into this area over here. We've got a big old area to build into. A peninsula down here. And then you can branch across the lakes on the opposite side as well. Lots of space to get into, but you're going to have to work for it. And I quite like that. That adds playability. The water works quite nice. The aesthetics, even that ridge over there is amazing. It's good, just good tidy work. Now if I'm going to come down hard on any one thing, I guess it's the water flow down here. Because we've got water coming over the waterfall there, which looks this pretty waterfall. But is that start of map water flow? The answer's, well, no. The game's been running a little while now. You can see it's just filling up, but behind it we're getting a little bit of a thin out as well. So could do with just a little bit more water flow going down this little link stream here. Now speaking of waters, this is going to be, let's help me count, okay. We have 1 body of water here, right? And then if we go down the stream, we have 2 bodies of, doing the count from Sesame Street, 2 bodies of water. 3 bodies, I've stopped there, I'll stop in, okay, that's 3 there. Then you've got a 4th one around here, 4, I'm not stopping on my 4, right, 4 there. So we've done 4. Then in here, it is separated and it's quite large, so we're going to go for 5 bodies of water. And then on the opposite side of the mountains, you've got this one here. That's 6 bodies of water. And then the big one over here is 7. Those are your 7 Seas of Rhye. Now, over here, just in the mountains, we have a tiny little body of water that when it grows up, it wants to be a sea too. Oh, the little 8th water there. Anyways, I do apologise. It's time for you to let me know what you think of this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month in the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Right, so anyway, this is what the map looks like in the Realistic 1.2. And we'll switch it back over to Definitive Vision now. There you go. And the brightness settings are up a bit as well. But anyway, right, so now you can see what it's supposed to look like. You can choose as well. Aesthetically for me, it looks really good. Whichever LUT you're using, it looks really good. It's a really nice design as well. Looks realistic and also fantastical at the same time. I love it. It comes together nicely. I can't quite find a 5th star. I can't quite, but I'm giving it it's a very strong 4 stars. Nothing wrong with this map at all. Detailing is strong, minimalistic but strong. Again, can't give it a 5th star because stop-start water, but all good. As for gameplay potential, again, kind of a little bit weak on the water going through the start square. And a few of you might like it to be a little bit easier to get across to the expansion areas if you're playing vanilla rules. But again, highly playable. I say 4 stars for this one. 7 Seas of Rhye by duffajfka. That is a very nice map and well deserving of a BonBonB seal of approval in anybody's book, I feel. What do you think? Let me know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm wrong, aren't I? I think I got it all wrong again, haven't I? Anyway, for $1 you can become a BonBon buddy over on patreon.com. You can get your name into the splash there for April with all the other guys and get a few little bonuses for yourself as well. Right, that's it for me. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome. Join me tomorrow for another What map, and we'll come back and we'll try and get the LUT setting for right. Shall we? Shall we just try it? Get it right for once, maybe?